is Sheldon with the Glenwood Springs Branch Library, and it's time for story time. So today we're going to read the book The Ugly Pumpkin, but we're going to start with a little rhyme. This is called Pumpkin in a Tree. It's harvest time, and what do you see? Pumpkin, pumpkin in a tree. In a tree? How can that be? Where, oh where should pumpkins be? On the ground. Yes, on the ground. That's where pumpkins should be found. Let's move all of our pumpkins down to the ground. Oops, it's that one. Okay, so there's our pumpkins on the ground now. And do you see another one there? Another little pumpkin right here. This is who our story is about. So today as we read, I'll be asking you a couple questions. And typically, caregivers, when you read to your child, don't just read to your child. Make the child a participant in the story. Ask questions about the story. What happens next? What is the expression on that one's face? What do you think they're thinking? Things like that. So, this is called The Ugly Pumpkin. It's by David Horowitz. And we're reading with permission. Oh, let's see, from Putnam's. The Ugly Pumpkin. I am the ugly pumpkin. As you can plainly see, one of 100,000 pumpkins, none are quite like me. Do you see this? Does he have the same shape as the pumpkins? What do you think about that? Since early October, I've been waiting to get picked, but each time things start to look up, I end up getting tricked. Look at that. Do you see the expression on this guy's face? Does he look happy to you? Is he happy to be tricked? I don't think he is. Let's see. A skeleton came for pumpkins one bright and crisp day. Look at all the pumpkins he's got over here. And what do you think this guy's thinking? I think he's thinking, pick me, pick me. Look, his sign says, going my way. He's very hopeful, isn't he? I asked if I could get a ride, and he laughed and said, no way. What do you think that guy's feeling now? Look at this expression on that one's face. What do you think he's thinking? And when I said, it's getting late, I don't have a home, he rolled his eyes and said, goodbye, and left me all alone. You see that? They all left him. So I walked into November, where I happened on some trees. I asked if I could stay a while, and this time I said, please, please can I stay? Oh, look at that tree. What do you think he's thinking? What do you think's going to happen next? Do you think they'll let him stay? All the trees started smiling, and then one finally spoke. Take off your boots and spread your roots. Look at, is he happy now? What do you think's going to happen? Another cruel joke. Oh, they're so sad. He's throwing apples at him. am the ugly pumpkin," I shouted to the sky. Look at that. Does he look happy? What do you think he'll do next? And then it started to rain, and I started to cry. Oh, boo. Look, he's got a big old tear. I took shelter in a garden that was overrun by squash. See the different squash there? I don't see any squash yet. Oh, they're all in the back. I noticed something very odd, and then I thought, oh my gosh, what do you notice about the squash in this picture? What do they look like? What do you think? Oh my gosh, I'm a squash. Oh my gosh, look at, is he happy now? He finally figured out where he belongs. He's a squash. He's not a pumpkin. At last it was Thanksgiving, and I found where I fit in, and now you know my story, so let the feast begin. See all those different ones? Look, he looks kind of like this one. Not the same color, but the same shape, right? We're going to talk about shapes. And these guys are similar shapes. Ooh, look at this one. It's a great big shape. Not sure exactly what shape that is. There you go. Now they're all happy. So he wasn't an ugly pumpkin after all, was he? And there he is, right there. So when you're talking about shapes in a book that are different and the same, it's a great skill that will help your child learn letter shapes. Did you notice the different sizes in the pumpkins and the squash in the story? The pumpkins are round and the squash is kind of long with bulbs on the end. This kind of looks like a capital I, doesn't it? And these look like O's. Yeah. All right, we have one more rhyme for you. This is just called pumpkins. Pumpkin, pumpkin on the ground. How'd you get so big and round? Once you were a seed so small, and now you are a great big ball. Pumpkin, pumpkin on the ground. How'd you get so big and round? Well, that's it for story time today. Thank you for joining us. I'll be available on Facebook Live right after this. If you have any questions, I welcome your comments and questions. So I hope you all have a wonderful day and a beautiful fall. Bye-bye.